Number 1. Excessive consumer debt.
Excessive consumer debt can have a significant negative impact on your financial well-being. One particular type of debt that should be avoided is high-interest consumer debt, such as credit card debt. It's crucial to understand the potential consequences of accumulating this type of debt, as it can quickly grow and become difficult to manage.
Credit cards often carry high interest rates, making it easy for balances to accumulate and compound over time.
When you carry a balance on your credit card, you're essentially borrowing money from the credit card issuer and agreeing to pay it back with interest.
If you only make the minimum payments on your credit card each month, the remaining balance accrues interest, which can significantly increase the total amount you owe.
One of the primary reasons high-interest consumer debt is detrimental is due to the compounding effect of interest. As interest is added to your outstanding balance, it increases the total amount owed, making it even harder to pay off the debt. This cycle can create a burden on your finances, tying up a significant portion of your income in debt repayment. High-interest consumer debt can also negatively impact your credit score. Credit utilization, which is the percentage of available credit you're using, is an essential factor in determining your credit worthiness. Accumulating high levels of credit card debt can result in a high credit utilization ratio, which can lower your credit score. A lower credit score can make it more challenging to access favorable interest rates or obtain credit in the future. To avoid excessive consumer debt, it's essential to practice responsible financial habits. Start by budgeting your expenses and living within your means. Avoid relying on credit cards for day-to-day expenses if you can't pay off the balance in full each month. If you already have credit card debt, prioritize paying it off as quickly as possible. Consider strategies like the snowball or avalanche method to tackle your debt systematically. Additionally, it's important to be cautious about taking on new debt. Evaluate the necessity and affordability of any potential purchases before using credit. By being mindful of your spending habits and actively managing your debt, you can avoid the pitfalls of excessive consumer debt and work towards a healthier financial future. 2. Impulse buying.
Impulse buying is a common behavior that can significantly impact one's financial well-being.
It refers to the act of making unplanned purchases based on immediate desires or emotions, without carefully considering the long-term consequences. Warren Buffett advises practicing restraint when faced with the temptation of impulse buying and suggests taking the time to evaluate whether the purchase is necessary and aligns with your financial goals.
One of the first steps to curbing impulse buying is to develop self-awareness. Understanding your spending patterns and recognizing triggers that lead to impulsive purchases can help you gain control over your impulses.
It's important to acknowledge that marketing tactics, social pressure, and emotional states can influence our buying decisions. By being mindful of these influences, you can make more rational choices. Before making a purchase, it's essential to evaluate its necessity. Ask yourself if the item or experience is something you truly need, or if it's merely a momentary desire. Consider the impact of the purchase on your overall financial situation. Will it put a strain on your budget or hinder your progress towards long-term goals? By consciously assessing the necessity of a purchase, you can prioritize spending on items that truly add value to your life. Aligning your purchases with your financial goals is another key aspect of responsible spending. Define your financial objectives, whether it's saving for a down payment on a house, paying off debt, or building an emergency fund. Whenever faced with the temptation to make an impulsive purchase, ask yourself if it supports these objectives or if it detracts from them. By making conscious choices that align with your goals, you can ensure that your money is being used in a way that supports your long-term financial well-being. To resist impulse buying, it can be helpful to establish a cooling-off period. When you feel the urge to make an impulsive purchase, give yourself a set amount of time, such as 24 hours or a week, before making the decision. This waiting period allows you to reconsider the purchase and evaluate whether it's truly necessary and worth the expenditure. Often, after some time has passed, you may find that the initial desire has subsided and you can make a more rational decision. Another practical strategy to combat impulse buying is to create a budget and stick to it. By having a clear understanding of your income, expenses, and financial goals, you can allocate your money towards essential items and experiences that bring you long-term satisfaction. Include a discretionary spending category in your budget to account for small indulgences or occasional splurges. This way, you can still enjoy the occasional treat without derailing your overall financial plan. 3. Neglecting saving. Saving money is a fundamental principle of financial success, and Warren Buffett emphasizes the importance of starting early and saving consistently.
Neglecting to save can have significant consequences for your financial well-being. Let's delve into this topic further.
When it comes to saving, time is your greatest ally. The power of compounding interest allows your money to grow exponentially over time.
By starting early, even with small contributions, you can harness the potential of compounding and see substantial growth in your savings. Compounding interest refers to earning interest not only on your initial investment, but also on the interest it generates over time. As your savings accumulate, the interest earned begins to contribute to your overall balance, leading to a snowball effect.
The longer your money remains invested, the more time it has to compound, amplifying the growth potential. Delaying saving, on the other hand, can put a damper on your ability to capitalize on the benefits of compounding interest. Even if you start saving later in life, you will likely need to set aside larger amounts to achieve the same level of financial security compared to someone who started earlier. Furthermore, consistent saving is crucial. It is not enough to save sporadically or only when you have extra money.
Cultivating a habit of regular saving allows you to make progress towards your financial goals and build a strong foundation for the future.
To start saving, you must prioritize and allocate a portion of your income specifically for savings. Warren Buffett suggests saving at least 10% of your earnings, but the exact amount may vary depending on your circumstances. Automating your savings can be a helpful strategy, ensuring that a portion of your income is automatically directed to a separate savings account or investment vehicle. When it comes to choosing where to save, consider different options that align with your goals and risk tolerance. Traditional savings accounts, certificates of deposit, individual retirement accounts, or employer-sponsored retirement plans such as a 401k can all serve as viable saving and investment vehicles.
Each option carries its own set of benefits, such as liquidity, tax advantages, or employer matching contributions, so it's important to research and evaluate which ones are suitable for you.
4. Trying to time the market.
Trying to time the market is a common mistake made by many investors, and Warren Buffett has consistently advised against this approach. Timing the market refers to the act of trying to predict short-term fluctuations in stock prices or market movements in order to buy or sell investments at the most opportune times.
However, this strategy is notoriously difficult, if not impossible, to execute successfully on a consistent basis. One of the key reasons why timing the market is discouraged is the inherent unpredictability of short-term price movements. The stock market is influenced by a multitude of factors, including economic indicators, geopolitical events, investor sentiment, and company-specific news. Attempting to accurately forecast the impact of these variables on stock prices in the near term is a challenging task. Even professional fund managers and experienced traders often struggle to consistently time the market. Moreover, market timing requires not only predicting when to sell a particular investment, but also determining the ideal moment to re-enter the market. Exiting the market at the right time is only beneficial if one can accurately identify when to get back in.
Mistiming either the exit or re-entry can lead to missed opportunities and potentially significant losses.
Instead of focusing on market timing, Warren Buffett emphasizes the importance of long-term investing based on fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis involves evaluating the financial health, competitive position, and growth prospects of individual companies to determine their intrinsic value. By investing in quality companies with solid fundamentals and holding on to those investments for the long term, Buffett believes that investors can generate superior returns. Buffett's approach is grounded in the belief that the stock market is inherently volatile and unpredictable in the short term, but tends to reflect the underlying value of businesses over the long term. He advocates for taking a patient and disciplined approach to investing, focusing on the long-term prospects of the companies in which one invests rather than getting swayed by short-term market fluctuations. In line with this philosophy, Buffett often advises investors to adopt a buy-and-hold strategy, where they invest in companies with sustainable competitive advantages and hold on to those investments for years, if not decades. This approach allows investors to benefit from the compounding of returns and ride out the inevitable short-term market volatility. By avoiding the pitfalls of trying to time the market, investors can focus on building a diversified portfolio of quality companies and allow their investments to grow over time. While market timing may seem appealing in theory, the reality is that it is incredibly difficult to consistently predict short-term market movements. Instead, following a long-term, fundamental-based investment strategy aligns more closely with Warren Buffett's proven track record of success in the world of investing.